Hello, 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 hello. So, in a moment, we'll be starting another live session with myself, Danny, working on behalf of Mpub. So, let's see if we have any people joining today. And today's class will focus on reading. So, let's have a look. And hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? How are you all? Are you all okay on this Tuesday? What have you been up to today? I'm very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? How is everybody? Have you had a good day? An all right day? Or just a plain average kind of Tuesday? Tell me all about it. Right. I think we've got a few people. So hello, everybody. I hope you're all very well on this Tuesday. And today our focus is reading. So what I'll do, I will share my screen with you guys. So let's have a look and see. So today we are going to be looking at reading, the dreaded section of reading. Hello, hello everybody. Hey Pan, hello everyone. How are you all? So today we are going to be looking at how to match headings in the IELTS reading. So hopefully by the end of this lesson, you will be better able to match the headings in the reading section of IELTS. So I'm going to share some tips, some strategies, and obviously some examples as well. So let's get started, shall we? If you're all ready. So let's go back to basics and let's have a look and see, first of all, what is a heading? And what is the purpose of a heading? And also think about how does it relate to the text? And secondly, which part of a paragraph often contains the main idea? Is it at the start? Is it in the middle of the paragraph? Or is it at the end of the paragraph? So what do you guys think? Please, please, please feel free to add your ideas, your suggestions and answers into the chat box. So don't be shy. I love to see answers. So let's get going. So don't be shy. So first of all, a heading. A heading is simply a short sentence or an expression which explains the most important point in a text. And this is what we are going to be looking at in depth and detail today. And generally, the main point of a paragraph is usually found in the topic sentence. And that generally can be the first or last sentence of the paragraph. And I would say it is not found within the middle section. Okay, so the main point of the paragraph is usually the first sentence or the last one. And we're going to be looking at that in depth and detail today. So don't worry if you're thinking, what is she on about? We'll have a look at it. All right, let's have a look at what's next. So I want to know, what is your method of matching headings? Do you have any tips or strategies you would like to share with the class today? So are there any methods you use when you are completing the IELTS reading section? And when it comes to matching headings, do you have any ways that you could share with us today? So don't be shy. Feel free to add it into the chat box today. And I hope everyone is well. I hope you're all good today. And a very warm welcome to you all. So what is your method? Do you have a particular method you use? Does it work? Have you been successful in answering and matching the headings correctly? All right, so let's have a look. And again, if you feel feel like you want to share your methods, please add it into the chat box. Okay. Now, matching headings is very tricky. Okay. And I'm going to share with you some strategies to help you answer matching the heading questions in a hopefully a more effective way. Okay, so it is tricky, and let's have a look and see why. Why is it tricky? What are the problems that students encounter? Well, firstly, it takes a little bit more time than other questions to complete. And often, when you look at the IELTS exam paper, there are more headings than paragraphs. So first of all, this greatly confuses students. They think, oh, why? Why are there more headings than paragraphs? Well, you simply have to choose the most suitable headings for the paragraphs in question. Also, not all paragraphs need headings, and often this can catch students out as well. And that can be rectified by simply reading the questions very, very carefully in the examination. Also, there can be some similar aspects within the headings, and again, that can confuse students. So again, read them carefully, and there's nothing wrong by reading it over again. So more than once is always recommended to just make sure that you've absorbed all of the information. Now, headings that include just general details rather than the main idea may mislead you. So again, you must read it very carefully. And also, some headings have the same words that are in the paragraph, but they don't match. So again, it's all about reading carefully. So let's have a look and see if we can find some methods and strategies to help you match those headings in the examination. So first of all, let's go back to basics. Let's look at the purpose of a paragraph. Okay, so here is an example of a paragraph. And what I'm going to do, I will read it just in case you can't see it. And then what we'll do, we'll discuss and we'll ask each other some questions. So don't be shy to type in the chat box. It is there. So don't be shy. So a paragraph is a group of sentences concerning one central idea, found within an essay. A paragraph can explain specific details and ideas about one or more themes that are connected together. In addition, writers can add examples to help them explain something, such as facts about the world from any period in time. The opening sentence is known as the topic sentence, followed by a number of supporting sentences, and ending with a concluding sentence. Although clear paragraphs are essential for writing, students often find them difficult to produce. So we have, hello everyone. I hope you're all very well. So we have a paragraph about a paragraph. So first of all, guys, what is the topic of this paragraph? Have a little think about that. Feel free to add your answers into the chat box. Also, how do we know? How do we know this is the actual topic of the paragraph? And thirdly, where does the writer mention different parts of a paragraph? Is it at the start? Is it in the middle? Or is it at the end? And fourthly, are there any examples? And if so, where are the examples? And 5, what linking or connecting words has the writer used and why? So I've got 5 questions for you guys. I'll give you a moment to have a little think. Don't be shy. Please, please add it in the chat box, all right? So I hope everyone is well. I'm ready to hear all your wonderful answers. Okay, so don't be shy. What is the topic of this paragraph? How do we know what the topic is? And also, where does the writer mention the different parts of a paragraph? So we obviously know the topic of the paragraph is about a paragraph. Now, how do we know? It's in the opening sentence. It obviously states a paragraph is a group of sentences concerning one central idea. So we know straight away there, it's within the first sentence. Thirdly, where does the writer mention different parts of a paragraph? Well, that is found in the middle of this particular paragraph. It's not at the start and it's not at the end, it's in the middle. So it's not part of our topic paragraph. Also, what linking words? Hello everyone. Where am I from? I'm from Liverpool. Without the Scouse accent. I've lost it over the years. Yes. So I'm from northwest of England. All right, let's have a look at our linking and connecting words. So can you find any linking or connecting words that are used within this paragraph? So have a look, feel free to type. So I can see one straight away, which is in addition, although. So there you have some linking and connecting words. So these are essential parts of a paragraph that will help you determine the topic of the paragraph and also how. Fantastic. Yes. Well done, Pan. We have won a wonderful answer. Yes. In addition. There it is. Good stuff. Well done. Okay, so those linking words are a huge, huge clue within our paragraphs. Okay, let's have a look at the parts of a paragraph. So in order to be able to match headings, ooh, yes, fantastic. Although, Pan's on a roll today. Yes, good on you. Well done. So in order to understand how to match headings with paragraphs, we need to understand the parts of a paragraph and also the importance of the topic sentence. So what I have here for you is just a simple definition. So every good paragraph that you read, regardless of where it is, has a topic sentence. So this could be within a newspaper, this could be in a magazine, it could be in a novel, but it has a topic sentence. The topic sentence is one sentence that tells us, the readers, the main idea of the whole paragraph. The topic sentence is usually the first sentence within that paragraph. It generally is not too specific and it's not too general either. It also must describe the information in all the sentence of the paragraph. So it must be relevant to the whole paragraph, not just part of the paragraph. And hello everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope you're good. So I'll put a little hello. So if you're joining us today, we are looking at the reading section and we're looking at how to match headings to paragraphs. So we're going to be looking at some examples and some practice and some different strategies if you're joining us today. So a warm welcome to you all. All right, back to our topic sentence. If a paragraph does not have a topic sentence, the reader will be extremely confused because the ideas will not be organized clearly. So therefore, when you come to write yourself, please remember your topic sentence. But also, when it comes to the reading section of the IELTS examination, remember that your topic sentence will generally be the first sentence within the paragraph. But that doesn't mean you should be lazy and just read the first sentence of every paragraph. You must read all of the passage in the examination. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples of paragraphs. So what I have here is I've written some simple paragraphs, and what you guys are going to do is hopefully, fingers crossed, you choose the best topic sentence out of the options provided. So, beautiful snow. Does anyone like snow? Has anyone ever seen snow wherever you are in the world? So let's have a look at this beautiful snow. So our topic sentence is missing, and that's the job of you guys. You've got to decide, is it A, in December, it usually snows? Is it B, some people like snow, however, it is very harmful? Or is it C, I love snow? So they are your options, the three options you have. Let's have a look at the paragraph together, guys, and then please add your answers into the chat box. So don't be shy. Let's get started. Snow is beautiful when it falls. After a few days, the snow is not beautiful anymore. It starts to melt and the clean streets become messy. It is difficult to walk anywhere. The sidewalks are slippery. Snow also causes traffic problems. Some roads are closed. Other roads are hard to drive on safely. Drivers have more accidents on snowy roads. Some people like snow. However, it can be argued it causes more harm than good. Dun, dun, dun. Not so beautiful snow. So, guys, which topic sentence do you think is best? Which one fits this paragraph? Is it A? Is it B? Or is it C? What do you guys think? I'll give you a moment. Have a little think. If you're feeling brave, pop it in the chat box. But if not, just write it down on a piece of paper and see if you get it right wherever you may be today. Ooh, we've got an answer. Thank you very much, Pan. All right, so we're going with B. All right, fantastic. All right. Any other answers? Well, I can actually reveal. I've got a question. About what? So today, if you're not sure and you're just tuning in, we are looking at reading, so the IELTS section today. So, and what you're doing is choosing the topic sentence. So is it A, in December, it usually snows? Is this paragraph Above, is it about some people like snow, however, it's very harmful? So you're choosing the best topic sentence. Okay. And do I read it? Yes, I read it to you guys. But you can also hopefully see it on the screen as well. Okay. So I can reveal that Pan is indeed right. So well done. Awesome job. It is. The topic sentence is B. Some people like snow. However, it is very harmful. As when we read the entire paragraph, it does mention. Well done. We've got lots of B's today. Awesome. Well done. Ghaznavi, you've also said B. Fantastic. Awesome. Well done. Good stuff. Well done. Okay, so let's have a look at the next paragraph and see if you can do the same. So, Maria and her great job. Okay, so here we have some options. It's not very clear, so I'll read out the topic sentences for you. So the topic sentences are as follows. A, my cousin Maria is an excellent server. B, my cousin Maria works at Papa Dan's restaurant. And C, Maria's customers do not eat big meals. So they are our three options. So what I'll do now is I will read the paragraph and then you guys at home or wherever you may be, decide which one is the best topic sentence. Is it A, B, or C? So let's have a look at the paragraph in question. So topic sentence missing, followed by she works at Papa Dan's restaurant. She serves about 60 people every day. Maria can remember all the dinner orders. If there's a problem with any of the food, she takes it back to the kitchen immediately. Maria works very hard to make sure all her customers have a great meal. So what do you guys think? Is it A? Ooh, is it B? Or is it C? Whoa, we've got a fast answer here. Whew, Mr. Speedy. So we've got an A. My cousin Maria is an excellent server. All right, awesome. Any other answers? Could it be B? Could it be C? What do you guys think? So I'll just give you a moment and then we'll have a look at it together. So, dun, 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 dun. Well, I can actually reveal, Mr. Speedy, it is indeed A. The best topic sentence. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Awesome. Great. And it is. Well done, Pan, as well. So it is A. It is my cousin Maria is an excellent server. And it obviously goes into detail of why she's an excellent server. Okay, she remembers all the orders. So excellent. Well done, guys. So let's have a look at the next one. So the title, My Favorite City. That's a very big clue. So what do you think the topic sentence might be for this paragraph? Okay, so the options are A, I like to see the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building. B, New York is a very big city. And C, my favorite city in the world is New York. Okay, so they are the options. And has anyone ever been to New York? I have never actually been to New York myself. So we have the missing topic sentence followed by I love to see all the interesting things there. The city is big, exciting, and full of life. I always visit the Statue of Liberty and Empire State Building. I also love Chinatown. At night, I go to shows on Broadway. The food in the city is excellent too. I truly enjoy New York City. So, what do you think? Is it A, is it B, or is it C? Excellent. Well done. We've got some great answers here coming through. Awesome. So we've got C. Great stuff. Got another C there. Well done. Awesome. Well done, guys. It is indeed C. The topic sentence is C. My favorite city in the world is New York. So well done, guys. Awesome job there. So I'm going to put a big well done. Hooray. Good stuff. Keep working hard, especially for the next one. So this time we have no options. And what I want you guys to do is to create your own suitable topic sentence for this paragraph. So I will read the paragraph and then you guys, can you come up with your own topic sentence? What would be the best topic sentence for this paragraph? Okay, so it's all about teachers. Good teachers. So missing the topic sentence followed by, first of all, good teachers are patient. They never rush their students. Good teachers explain things without getting bored. In addition, they are organized. They plan what happens in every class. Good teachers are also encouraging. They help students understand the subject. Finally, good teachers are fair. They treat all students the same. These are some of the most important qualities of a good teacher. So, what do you think the topic sentence should be for this paragraph? So you're coming up with your own ideas. So please, as long as you're feeling brave, please do share your topic sentence in the chat box. So what would you think is most suitable? So we know it's about teachers. It mentions qualities. Does it mention positive adjectives, negative adjectives? So what type of topic sentence should we go for? All right, everyone's got very quiet. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, okay. So we've got one from Pan here. Thank you very much, Pan. So good teachers are patient. Good teachers are also encouraging. Nice. Thank you for your input there. I like that. All right. Any more suggestions? Ooh, okay. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, students need good teachers who will encourage them and make them understand about the subject they are taught. Very nice. Good. These sentences are well written. Well done, guys. Awesome. Some really good ideas there. So I would definitely agree with both of you there that it has to mention, our topic sentence has to mention the positive qualities of a good teacher. So I would keep it a little bit shorter. So for example, I'll write it into the chat box for you. So the positive qualities of a good teacher. Okay, so that could be your topic sentence. So well done. Awesome input there. So let's move on and let's have a look at something a little bit trickier. The strategy. Okay, what strategy can you use when trying to match the heading with a paragraph? And I can recommend there are two main strategies that you can follow. And it's entirely up to you as a student which one you prefer and which one works best for you. So let's go through the strategies that you can follow. And maybe you already followed them now. So fantastic. So strategy number 1, and that involves reading the question first, okay? So first of all, read each heading. Try to completely understand the meaning of each heading by reading all of them, okay? So we're literally reading every single word within the heading. So we're not just skimming through it, we're reading for detail, okay? And therefore trying to understand the main idea of each heading. And you can use paraphrasing. So you can come up with your own paraphrase for each of the headings. So you're thinking about this in your head. As you're reading through it, you're thinking about the synonyms, you're thinking about how can I paraphrase this heading here? Okay. The next step would be to circle keywords within the headings. Okay, so don't be afraid to use your pen or pencil. Obviously, if you're sitting an IELTS computer examination, then you can still highlight. You are given the option to highlight. Okay, so circle the keywords. Which words stand out in those headings? Okay, as that might help you and should help you match the headings with the paragraphs later on. Okay, so underline, circle, or highlight on the computer the keywords in each of the headings. So we're looking for things such as names, places, dates, and nouns. And once you have read them fully, then you can start joining the dots together, essentially. You can connect the headings to the appropriate paragraphs. Okay, so once you've got some keywords such as names, places, and dates, you can start joining them together. You can start seeing and understanding the link between the headings and the paragraphs. Okay, your next step would be this, okay? So if you see any similar or different qualities between the headings, then that should be noted, okay? Because in this type of question, headings are often very, very similar, and this is where it confuses the students. Or they can be completely opposite, and again, that can cause great confusion. Now, eventually, once you have read both the passage and the headings, the similar and the different aspects will become clearer. So don't panic, don't worry. But if you make note of what is different and what is similar in each of the headings, then you can start to make clearer options. Then lastly, read the first and last sentence of the paragraph. As we have just seen in the previous activity, the first and the last sentence often contains the main idea, which is our topic sentence. So it's really, really good practice to read those sentences carefully, as it will save you a great deal of time within the examination. So that is strategy 1. All right, so have a go. If you've not used this strategy before, have a try. Do a practice reading paper, and I will be giving you some links a little bit later on. Okay, and see if it works for you. It might not. It might work wonderfully, or it might work terribly. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. So, strategy number 2 that you can use. So let's have a look. So you can read the text first, then the headings. Okay, it's entirely up to you. But let's have a look and see how you can adopt this strategy. So some test takers, so some students prefer to skim through the text, reading each paragraph quickly to get the general idea and gist of what the text is about. However, this could cause you problems with timing. Okay, I mean, it's great practice if you're just in an English lesson, but I don't recommend skimming through all of the information in your test, because remember, you only have a short amount of time and that will go extremely quickly in the examination. So therefore, just bear in mind and remember you only have 20 minutes for the reading part, okay? Obviously, you don't want to spend the full 20 minutes on one type of question, okay? So please remember you've only got 20 minutes for each reading section. So let's have a look at this strategy. 1, read one paragraph at a time. Again, spend more time on the first and last sentences of the paragraph. As we've learned today, they contain the topic sentences. All right, so have a think about that. And hello to everyone joining today. So I hope you're all well. We are looking at reading, if you haven't guessed already. And 2, create your own heading within your head. Think about, as soon as you've skimmed through the paragraph, think of your own heading or short sentence that summarizes what you have read, because therefore you can kind of absorb what the main idea of it is. So create your own heading. Then next, you should read each individual heading. For obviously a complete understanding, you must read the headings in detail. And then this time, try to choose a heading that is closely related to the heading that you made up for the same paragraph. Again, make notes of the multiple options that can fit in the paragraph. And the more you read, the more you can eliminate the options, especially if there's additional headings. Then the more you read and the more you move down the page and obviously of the headings, you can eliminate the headings that are not necessary or are not needed. So there are 2 strategies you can use. Okay, so give them a go. See what works for you. Now, let's have a look at some practice. So over to you guys. So you are going to see 2 paragraphs from an article called Trees in Trouble and what is causing the decline of the world's giant forests. So what you guys have to do is to match the 2 paragraphs with one of the following titles or headings. So the headings are as follows. They are how wildlife benefits from big trees, factors that enable trees to grow to significant heights, or how other plants can cause harm. So they are your 3 options. Let's see if you can match those headings with the given paragraphs. So let's have a look at the paragraph. So here we have paragraph 1. And you will notice I have put the headings down the side as well to jog your memory. Please feel free to pop it in the chat box if you think you know the answer. So let's have a look and see. Oh, that was a super fast answer. Wow. We have lots of speedy students today. Awesome. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Awesome. Let's get started. So paragraph 1, big trees are incredibly important ecologically, get my words out. For a start, they sustain countless other species, they provide shelter for many animals, and their trunks and branches can become gardens hung with green ferns, orchards, and bromeliads. coated with mosses and draped with vines, with their tall canopies basking in the sun. They capture vast amounts of energy. This allows them to sustain much of the animal life in the forest. Okay, so which do you think is the best option? Is it A, how wildlife benefits from big trees? Is that the right heading? Or is it B, factors that enable trees to grow to significant heights? Or is it C, how other plants can cause harm? So what do you think? Okay, so feel free to add your answers. Pan's already added his answer. All right, let's have a look, shall we? Okay. So I can actually tell you the answers were there. They've disappeared. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we'll go to the answers in a moment, but let's just go to paragraph 2 and see if you change your mind. Ooh, okay. So we'll go for A. And we'll go for A. All right. Think about that. Right, let's move on to the second paragraph and see if you're sticking with the answer. A for paragraph 1. Let's have a look at paragraph 2. So again, we've got the same headings, but we obviously must use a different one for paragraph number 2. So let's have a look and see what it's about. So only a small number of tree species have genetic capacity to grow really big. The mightiest are native to North America, but big trees grow all over the globe, from the tropics to the boreal forests to the high latitudes. To achieve giant stature, a tree needs 3 things: the right place to establish its seedling, good growing conditions, and lots of time with low adult mortality. Disrupt any of these, then you can lose your biggest trees. So what do you think is the best heading for this particular paragraph? Okay. Ooh, we've got a B. So factors that enable trees to grow to significant heights. All right. Good stuff. And oh, nice. I've got some consistency here. You're all agreeing with each other. Awesome. Well done, guys. Okay, so before I reveal the answers, let's have a look and see what you notice about the paragraphs in general. Okay, so obviously for some students, not all, if you look at the paragraphs, you'll notice that they're full of difficult words, or words that you can kind of get the gist of what they mean, but might be a little bit tricky. So we've got words such as basking, which is a verb to relax and to lay and enjoy the sun. Okay, and obviously we've got the noun stature, the amount of public respect or popularity that someone or something has. But we don't need to understand every single word. It is just the main idea of what the paragraph is trying to get over to you readers. So obviously, like I've been saying throughout the class, we must look at the first and the last sentences. And obviously with some highlighting of key words and awareness of synonyms, you should get the answers. And the answers, dun, 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 are as follows. So paragraph 1 is indeed how wildlife benefits from big trees. Now, how did I get that answer? Well, firstly, it's in the following sentences. Big trees are incredibly important ecologically. And it also is mentioned in the last sentence as well. Okay, so with their tall canopies basking in the sun, and this allows them to sustain much of the animal life in the forest. So well done if you got that right, well done. And paragraph 2, the heading should be factors that enable tree to grow to significant heights. So how do I know this? Well, it's in the following sentences. So in the first sentence, my topic sentence, it mentions only a small number of tree species have the genetic capacity to grow really big. And then at the end, it obviously gives a bit of a warning, dun, 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 and it says, disrupt any of these and you can lose the biggest trees. Okay, so well done for getting those headings right. Awesome job. Well done, guys. So moving on. So here, we're going to have a look at some further practice. So we're going to have a look at a passage, another passage, but a little bit trickier this time. And obviously, if you cannot see it close up because it is quite small, I will put the link in the chat box for you. Okay, so the source that I've used is One Stop English, which is a great website for practicing your general English as well as your IELTS. So if you cannot see what I'm going to put on the screen, feel free to have a look at it on your own screen. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? So moving on. So we're going to have a look at a bit more of a complex paragraph here. So we have the following headings, and what we must do is decide which of the headings are most appropriate. Okay. Now, this exercise is slightly different to the one that you'll do in your IELTS examination because one or more of the headings can be suitable. Okay, so you can use more than one of the headings. So remember that this won't be the case in your IELTS examination, but it's fantastic practice for you. So let's get started and let's have a look at an example. So let's go. So you have the following headings. Argument against control of world food supply by genetic engineering industry. You have the second heading, argument for control of global food supply by genetic engineering industry. And you have the third heading, which is GM technology companies are fortunately allowed to own all our food. And you also have genetic engineering industry doesn't want us to know they're trying to control the global food supply. So they are your headings, and you can use more than one to match this particular paragraph today. Okay, so let's have a look at the paragraph in question, and then feel free to pop your answers in the chat box. So if you can't see, I have provided the link in the chat box if you want to click on that, and you'll be able to see the paragraph a little bit clearer. Okay, so the question is as simple as this. Do you want a few corporations to monopolize the global food supply? If the answer is yes, you should welcome the announcement that the commercial planting of a genetically modified GM crop in Britain can go ahead. If the answer is no, you should regret it. The principal promotional effort of this genetic engineering industry is to distract us from this question. GM technology permits companies to ensure that everything we eat is owned by them. They can be patented, the seeds and the processes that give rise to them. They can make sure that crops can't be grown without their painted chemicals, and they can prevent seeds from reproducing themselves by buying up competing seed companies and closing them down. They can capture the food market, the biggest and the most diverse market of all. So which headings are the most appropriate for this particular paragraph. So I'll just give you a moment. Feel free to add your answers into the chat box. Okay, so which headings do you think are most appropriate? And remember, you can indeed have more than one because it's a slightly different exercise to your IELTS examination. So I'll just give you a moment and then we will reveal the answer or the answers. It could be plural. All right, so what I'll do, I'll go to the answer. So hopefully, dun 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 dun. Let's have a look. So we've got 1 and 3. Then nice. Let's have a look and see. So it should be argument against control of world food supply by genetic engineering industry, and also genetic engineering industry doesn't want us to know they're trying to control the global food supply. So well done if you got those answers correct. Well done. And if you want, you can continue this practice yourself. So if you go onto the link I've given you, you can actually go through these paragraphs as well. Okay, so have a look. Feel free to practice at home. Try to use the strategies that we've looked at today and decide that you can obviously distracted by the big message there. Anyway, so obviously you can look at the different strategies and you can decide which one works for you. So if you go onto the One Stop English site, you can look at the rest of the paragraphs and match those headings. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to put some links into the chat box for some further practice as well. So these are actual practice examinations from the IELTS website. Okay, so have a look at these. They're all matching practice, so all matching headings. So if you click on those links, you can practice at home. Okay, so let's just go through some final tips, and then obviously if you guys have got any questions as well. So my advice to you guys when doing the reading and when you're matching headings with paragraphs is pay close attention to the headings that are different and similar to each other, okay? Because obviously it is easy to get confused, okay? Also, read all the paragraph to grasp the main idea behind it. And don't forget to look for your topic sentences. Look at the first and look at the last sentences to give you some kind of indication of what the topic is. Also, the heading should provide the main of the paragraph. So always remember that if it doesn't provide the main idea to the paragraph, then it probably isn't the right heading. So make sure that when you're matching headings to paragraphs, then each heading should be the main idea for that paragraph you're matching it up with. Also, remember that IELTS examinations might throw in some extra headings. So therefore, not all headings may need to be used. So just be careful. Do the mathematics, read the questions carefully. And also, a very important tip is that your answer will be numeral. Okay, so we're looking for those Roman numerals as your answers, or it could be a letter. such as A, B, or C. Please do not write the words, as you will be marked down for that. So make sure that your answer is numeral. So when you're writing it on your answer sheet or clicking on the answer for the computer IELTS, make sure it's the numeral that you are choosing. All right. And then obviously, what have we learned? What have we looked at today? Well, we've looked at strategies to match some headings. So we've looked at two main strategies. Also, some example. Oh, Tanya, could you believe it? Oh, I'll come to that in a moment. No problem. And also some further tips and links. So feel free to use the links that I've provided. Oh, yeah. And let's go back to the question. I love a question. Okay, could you please point out the answer for that paragraph about why we use the answer number 4? So yeah, let me just go back for you. Not a problem. One moment. So it was this one. Okay, so let's have a look. So we're using this. So genetic engineering industry doesn't want us to know they're trying to control the global food supply. Okay, so here it's talking about, for example, the question is simple as this. Do you want a few corporations to monopolize the global food supply? So first of all, it's addressing the reader. Do we want just a few companies to monopolize our food supply? Okay, then it goes in further into the paragraph. It goes into the options of yes, and it goes into the options of no. So basically, it's saying how bad it is for genetic engineering and how it doesn't want us to know they're trying to control the global food supply. As further in the paragraph, it's saying that it's trying to distract us from this question. It also says that with the GM technology, it permits companies to ensure everything is owned by them. Okay, so therefore, the distract us is an indication that this heading is appropriate, because these companies do not want us to know that they are doing these things, such as basically making sure that crops can't be grown without the chemicals needed, things such as prevent seeds from reproducing themselves. Because therefore, if you grow your own crops and plants at home, you wouldn't be able to, because everything that you eat would be genetically modified. So I hope that is a little bit clearer for you. I also recommend going on and practicing on the website yourself and see if you're able to look at the other headings. And if you go onto the link at the bottom of the One Stop English website, they will have the answers as well. Okay, so you can have a look at the answers and obviously compare what you got. So I hope that helps you. Okay, guys, thank you very, very much for tuning in today. Obviously, there was lots to get through. So here are some links as well if you want to have a look at those. If you go onto the IELTS website, IELTS Advantage as well, and also the One Stop English, which you can have a look. But that's all we have time for. So please practice. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask or ask any of the teachers with Mpub. And thank you. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening and hope to see you all very soon. But for now, take care. Bye-bye.